Have you ever wondered if an AI could actually write a hit song? I'm not talking about just a simple little melody, but a full-blown multi-instrument track, with drums, bass, guitar, a lead, all of it working together. Well, you might be surprised at how close we're getting. So let's dive into it. So that's the big question, right? It's the one driving a whole field of AI research. And the goal isn't just to make any old music. It's about composing complex, structured pop music, the kind of stuff you'd actually hear on the radio. But let me tell you, it is a lot harder than it sounds. So what's the ultimate quest for these AI researchers? What's the real end game they're trying to reach? Well, it really comes down to one word: access. The dream is to build a system that lets literally anyone, whether you've had music lessons your whole life or can't play a single note, create these incredible full band songs. Just imagine describing a vibe and having an AI composer spit out a complete track. That is the holy grail. But to get to that holy grail, researchers have had to climb some pretty steep mountains. For years, AI music generation has been stuck, held back by three really big hurdles. All right, these are the big three. First, the instructions we give the AI are just way too simple. Second, the songs it spits out don't have a real structure. And third, the different instruments sound like they're not even in the same room. Let's break each of those down. First up, we've got the fidelity problem. See, early systems were basically told, make a rock song. I mean, that's not nearly enough information. It's like telling an architect to build a nice house. To create something truly great, the AI needs a much richer, more detailed prompt to work with. Second, there's the structure problem. Okay, think about your favorite song. It's got verses, a chorus, probably a bridge. These parts repeat, they build on each other. A lot of AI music in the past just didn't have that. It felt more like a random jumble of notes, without any of the familiar patterns that actually make a song feel like a song. And finally, the harmony problem. This one's huge. A real band listens to each other, right? The bass player locks in with the drummer, the guitarist plays off the melody. But these AI tracks, they often sounded like a bunch of musicians in separate, soundproofed rooms, each just doing their own thing. There was zero cohesion. So with these three massive problems, how do you even begin to fix them? Well, some researchers came up with a really innovative new approach that gives the AI a totally different way of thinking about music. And here it is. It's a new model called BandCondiNet. Now, this is built on a type of AI called a transformer. Yeah, the same kind of technology that powers things like ChatGPT. And transformers are amazing at understanding context and relationships. So instead of just seeing notes on a page, it can see how they fit together, letting it think less like a lone composer and more like a whole band. So the real magic here is how BandCondiNet sees the music. Older methods kind of give the AI a fuzzy, one-dimensional picture, but BandCondiNet uses what they call a multi-view. This means it's analyzing the music from two angles at the same time, bar by bar to get the timing and track by track to get the instruments. It's getting a complete, high-definition picture of how everything is supposed to fit together. Now, to make this whole multi-view thing work, BandCondiNet has two specialized tools, kind of like its secret weapons, that are designed to tackle the structure and harmony problems head-on. First, you've got the Structure Enhanced Attention Module, or SEA. This is the fix for that random, unstructured music problem. You can think of it like the band's songwriter. It looks at the whole blueprint of the song. It understands how the first bar relates to the fifth and how a verse builds up to a chorus. It makes sure the song actually has a logical flow. The second secret weapon is the Cross-Track Transformer, or CTT. This is what solves that harmony problem, the musicians in separate rooms. The CTT is basically the band leader. It forces the virtual drummer and bassist and guitarist to listen to each other. It creates this constant musical conversation between the tracks so they sound tight and cohesive, just like a real band. Okay, so the theory is fantastic, right? But does it actually work in practice? Let's check out the results and see how BandCondiNet did when it went head-to-head with the other top models out there. The objective results are, well, they're pretty stunning. On shorter songs, BandCondiNet beat the previous best model on 9 out of 10 quality metrics. And for longer, more complex songs, it completely swept the board, winning on all 10. Oh, and it was a lot faster too. So by the numbers, it's just a massive leap forward. But let's be real. Music isn't just about numbers. It's about how it sounds to actual people. So the researchers had 73 people, everyone from casual listeners to music professors, rate the AI's songs, and the results were overwhelming. For the longer songs, the music from BandCondiNet was rated way, way higher than everything else. This quote from the paper really says it all.
It wasn't just a little bit better in one category. Nope. Human listeners said its music was more coherent, it was richer, and it was just plain better arranged. In every way that actually matters to a listener, BandCondiNet was the clear winner. So, BandCondiNet is a huge step toward creating a true AI partner for musicians. But this is more than just a cool tech achievement. It could fundamentally change how music gets made. The next big challenge is making these tools even easier to use. So as this tech keeps getting better, you have to wonder, what happens when anyone can compose a symphony from their laptop? Does it launch a whole new generation of artists? The future of music is being written as we speak.